Profanity Nation.
Yeah, it's the new era of man for some old school fans with a new school brand. We got money on the mic with the plan in hand. And Stat Pat to his left, they go hand in hand. And to the right, we got Simpster, he putting it down. It's the Profanity Nation, we running the town. Yeah,
It's the Profanity Nation.
Profanity Nation.
Yo, what's happening? Welcome to the Profanity Nation podcast, where we are the voice of the professional fan. We are here every Sunday night, and I'm joined here by my co-host. We got Money Mike.
Hey,
I don't even have to ask, right?
you know what? I'm doing great. I'm starting to think that Darvin Ham been taking my advice, and we've been playing good.
Darvin Ham's listening to you?
Yeah, he's listening to me.
Well, we
finally.
know they listen to the show. That's
Finally,
a guarantee.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a guarantee. Stat Pat.
We in this biz.
Yeah, we
Let's
finally in
go,
it,
baby.
right?
We back right now. Right,
It
10 and
feels
12.
good,
We're
right?
feeling good right now. Let's talk about it.
Right. So obviously, of course, the Lakers had a horrible start to the season. No question about it. Wasn't great. Wasn't fun. The world was ending, and they seem to be riding the ship, guys.
Right.
They've been winning. They've been winning a lot more than they're losing. They gave away a absolute killer game against Indiana at home that they should not have lost. They lost it on a last-second shot. But that's okay. That was an oversight.
It's not okay.
You got to take
It's not,
the good.
No, it's not okay.
Let's go, big baby. You know it, right?
Yeah, well, the reason why it's not okay is because there was a particular individual that was being a spectator versus looking
Besides
at
playing defense.
the person that he knew where he
What's
was.
up, Patrick Johns? We
and,
see you.
and
Good evening, man.
knew where the ball was going to possibly go because he was wide open. You know why he was wide open? Because there was a spectator in the paint
Named
looking,
LeBron.
looking
Yeah.
at what was going on.
Yeah.
And the only thing that could beat us was
Was a three. Yeah, it's like defend the three. And he didn't
Yeah.
defend the three. No question about it. That was horrible. That really hurt. However, they came back the next game against Portland. I was in the building, guys. Energy was good. Everyone was a little nervous, heading into it. But then when during the third quarter break, when the second fan in a row hit that half court shot for the MGM money, first one was 75 grand, next one was 25 grand, you knew we weren't losing.
Yeah.
At that point, you knew that this is changing and we ain't losing. We're moving forward. This is happening. This is
all over.
This
all
is
over the fan
it.
base.
Yeah. That was it, dude. That was it. The energy was there, guys. So, Step Pat, let's start with you here. Okay. So,
Well, I want to welcome Clubhouse.
oh, you're
Oh,
right. Let's
man.
welcome Clubhouse.
Yeah.
We back on
Yeah.
Clubhouse tonight, everybody on Clubhouse. Thank you so much. Hopefully you can hear us okay. I think you can. We're going to chime in with you guys soon. So if you have something to say, you know how to do it. Raise your hand. Money Mike's running the board over there. He'll call on you. He'll tell you to come ahead and talk. And you guys are part of the show. So just let us know when you guys want to chat and we'll let you in. Stat Pat.
Yeah.
All right. So look, we're professional fans here. All
Right.
right. That's what we say. We are the voice of professional fans. We bring the 300 section down to the studio and
Mhm.
put them on the mic. We were woe is us. We were, got to trade Westbrook. This is never going to work. No one ever saw it was going to work. It's working.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's working. What's changed?
I mean, let's give credit where it's due. And I'm going to go start with at the top. And I'm going to give credit to Darvin Ham. He made, not made, that's kind of like a harsh word, but he actually convinced Westbrook to buy into that 6-man role. And he's playing it. He's doing it now. He's cutting down his turnovers. He understands to feed the big dog. Basically, he had 15 assists tonight, and 10 of those assists went to AD himself. So he knows where his bread is buttered, and all he got to do is make sure that the offense is flowing. And he's doing that. And Darvin Ham saw that, and he made sure that, Westbrook bought it. Before Westbrook was dejected, he wasn't going into the huddles.
Had no energy.
He had no energy. He was like, I'm being shipped out anyway. I'm not going to buy into this team. And now you see the camaraderie is back. You see that chemistry is building. We also do see a pecking order is now being reestablished, and I hope the fans are seeing this and don't get mad when I say this, but
There's a new king in town.
the torch is being passed.
Yeah,
and we recognize this because these numbers are first option type numbers.
Oh, they're historic.
Yes.
They're historic.
Yeah.
Mike, AD is playing on a historic level, unlike we've ever seen, even beyond bubble AD. Okay, so we all wanted to see Bubble AD. Everyone said, "Oh, we got to see Bubble AD." We're playing beyond Bubble AD at this point. So, what are you feeling about it, and how do you see it?
But you know what's so crazy about it for me is AD is playing to his potential, as far as I'm concerned. Like,
Right.
you know, I mean, these are the things that we always felt that he was capable of doing, and you know, I think it's actually amazing that he didn't touch a basketball all summer
Mhm.
because he worked on his
Maybe
body.
he knew something we
Right.
didn't know, right?
You know, and he actually worked on his body. Like,
Right.
I actually feel more comfortable that when he falls, that he's not coming, that he's not going to get hurt. So, man, I think it's an amazing thing about what's going on with AD.
Yeah, he's showing something. The whole team is showing an energy, and you know what? I'm not gonna. We know who the X factor is, right? It's always there's an X factor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Reeves.
Oh my God.
Reeves.
Oh my God.
Reeves. Let's just talk about him, okay?
Yes.
Caruso was an X factor. Man, you know, I've seen these memes out there. Man, the Lakers find some badass white boys.
Yes.
And I can say that.
You do.
They find
do.
some badass white boys that play out
Yes.
there, and they put them in a spot, and they're not afraid to put them on the court and to let them do their thing. And Reeves is he's just shuffling up.
My man is undrafted.
Undrafted.
Just take
in
some
his
out
second
of
year,
there.
Hey,
And, like,
what GM found him?
right?
Or which one? Who you gonna give the credit to?
I mean, that's a good question.
That's a good question because we heard a Legim. We've got that Legim, and or Rob Pelinka is Clutch Sports. Who is going to be taking? Who are we, the fans, going to take credit for the Austin Reeves? Because at this point in time, I really can't say that's Clutch Sports. They ain't Clutch Sports, guys. Contrary to popular opinion, that is literally the Lakers front office and the scouting department.
Scouting
That
department.
is able
As
to
usual.
find those diamonds in the rush, especially at the end
They
of the
always
draft.
do. Or
They always do.
undrafted.
Yes, or undrafted.
Or undrafted in
So,
this situation.
and the fact that we are going to have McClung. He was. I mean,
Mhm.
we didn't even have room for him. But
Yep.
we
Yep.
like you said, we're accumulating our badass white boys.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, when it comes to like the comparison with Caruso and Reeves, okay, Caruso is way more defensively
Yeah.
gifted
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
he has a knack for that. However, you can leave Caruso open for three. If he hitting it 2 times out
You'll
of
live with
5,
that.
you live with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because he's limited. He got
Yeah.
hops. We got all that.
Reeves
However,
keeps you honest.
Reeves can do a lot more. Reeves can put you into the offense. He can set a play. He can actually
Man, he
open right
got
there.
a quick step too.
Dude,
Yeah, he does.
That dude,
it's
he'll
different.
got hops.
pump fake
He's
you.
different. He's
Yeah.
not a liability, and that's
Yeah.
all we want from people on the bench. Are you going to come in and contribute? Don't be a liability.
All right, so we got to talk about. You brought it up. You talked about GMs and so forth. We were all over Pelinka, guys. We were all over Pelinka, really just calling him out, saying, "God, what have you done? You haven't done anything." Sometimes the best moves are the moves you do not make.
Right.
Right.
He did not rush into a trade. He did not panic. You got to give him credit for that.
Well, listen,
I do.
You got to give him credit for that.
I do, because here's the thing. Like I always said at the beginning, you know, with this press conference, I was convinced, and I've always felt that when he talked about certain players on the team, that he felt that he could use them, and
Talk about him.
I'm happy that he allowed.
No, Darvin.
I'm talking about Darvin.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that he allowed that he was allowed to be able to take these pieces and use them how he thought they would work, because I was convinced that he would be able to do it.
Yeah, well, Ham definitely has them buying in, guys. You have to go to the coach. You have to say, dude, they are buying in. They believe in what Darvin Ham is preaching. They believe in what this team wants them to do in their positions, in their roles. Guys are playing their roles. They're very few are stepping outside and trying to do too much. AD, we'll repeat it maybe 6-7 times more in the show. He's playing like a beast. We all love it. He's MVP caliber at this point. We have some decent defense out there. So when you got the decent defense with an MVP caliber player, and then you've got role players now in the likes of your boy LeBron James.
Yeah,
He's been
I love the role that he's playing. I love the role he's playing.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Clubhouse,
We're not going
Mike,
to do
if
that.
you have a
We're not
comment
going
that
to say
you
LeBron's
want
a
to
role
make,
player, though.
Hey, blink your mic if you have a comment that you want to make, Clubhouse.
Absolutely.
Glad, glad to be by. But look. Here's the thing, though. I'm happy that time when LeBron was not playing, AD
Found his fire.
found his fire and said, "Okay, I need to go ahead
No question.
and step it up." It's almost like a switch just came on, and he said, "Oh, you mean to tell me I'm able to be dominant?" And we start feeding it. We got into 4-0 in there. We got our groove. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm also happy about. I'm happy that when LeBron came back, he didn't disrupt it.
Right.
And that's a big thing right there. Where they didn't go back and revert back to him bringing up the ball and things like that.
Right.
And so I really am happy that we're kind of staying the course. And I actually think that, man, maybe we might actually make some noise in the playoffs.
Well, I'm gonna go back to what you said, Money. And I remember you said something that you got flamed for before, and a lot people were saying that you said that LeBron sometimes. I'm gonna say sometimes. I'm not gonna say it all the time. I'm gonna say sometimes, but you said that LeBron sometimes stats don't affect the game, and a lot of people look at that 29 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, and they're like, man, but he almost flirting with a triple-double every night. How does his stats not affect the game? And you made a great point because you said those stats were almost empty because they didn't translate into wins.
Right.
However, now let's look at the reverse. Let's look at the converse of that. Let's look at what AD's doing. Let's see when he's blowing up and doing combustible numbers. See how it all of a sudden we are on this winning streak because now fools have to now pay attention to one person, and he's just now his stats are not empty. His stats look like they are really contributing to wins. And you're right. Once LeBron went down and he had to take that time off to get right, AD must have said, "Okay, it's my time now." And something must have been in like, I'm just going to show the world that I'm still that dude.
I'm going to get that to Ham.
Right. It's almost like, yes, you know what I'm saying? It's like somebody is there getting these guys motivated.
Yep, he's in his ear.
And he's in his ear.
Yeah, because see, here's the biggest thing. AD's been in that paint.
Yes.
And when AD has been in that paint, he's been affecting the game. Remember,
almost unstoppable.
We're affecting the game. Like, look, Kuzma was balling.
Right.
He was on a mission to try to take us down. But guess what? He fouled out.
Right.
And his final foul was against AD trying to stop him.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And again, my point has always been all the time, hey, if you get somebody in foul trouble, now the coach has to make decisions on how we're going to defend them, take them out. We're forcing the coach to make adjustments. That's why, what do you want? 55, 16, and 3 or whatever?
No, he went 55 points, 17 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Yeah.
I mean, three blocks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Everyone wants to point out he had no assists. Like, you don't knock it off.
Man, listen, his job is to catch the ball.
Always looking for the
he's going to assist.
First of all, he's playing the center.
The Phoenix game will be key. Absolutely, Patrick Johns. Every game is key because we started so bad. Every single game is key at this point, but they're playing like it is. So that's a good thing. They're playing like it is.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm loving what's going on. I'm actually, happy that, again, I said it earlier in the show, that I'm not in fear that if AD fall, he's going to get hurt. It's like he worked on his body. They figured out something in the offseason. And that's all. These are the things I've been asking for the last 2 or 3 years. Can we just focus on these certain things where we could actually go ahead and
strengthen the body, stay healthy. A lot of that will be luck. We need that to continue, guys. I mean, look, right now AD's leading the way, and without him, we're in trouble. That's for sure. Braun went down. I don't think we will have the same result if AD goes down at all. I don't think the team will carry on quite the same as they did without Braun. But the fact that when Braun went down with that injury, incredibly reminiscent of when NFL quarterbacks go down and the backup comes in. Drew Brees and this and that, Tom Brady's,
the Garoppolo,
when they come in and they just make their statements and they're like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere after this.
Yeah.
That's kind of what AD did, right? Now, this isn't a quarterback position, but what he did was he said, okay, we default to Braun in all these times. This is Braun's team. He took that. He took that over. He took on that challenge. He did it in such a dominant fashion that I think he actually believes now. He believes himself that this is his team.
Yeah.
And what that's going to do is that's going to force Braun to play better and to be honest, meaning he's going to have to play defense. He's going to have to pick it up in the spots that we consider are weak for Braun, the effort, the energy, whatever that might be, end of game decision making, he has to be better. Otherwise, the discrepancy between the two is going to grow to a point where, Braun, he's not that player that's just going to let that happen.
Right.
So that can only do better for this squad.
I will say this, and I got a couple of points. First, to your point about LeBron, it's a maturation process. Like LeBron actually probably felt in his heart, I cannot not be the man because I don't see anybody else that's really ready to rise up to the occasion.
That's possible.
So when I take a step back and I get hurt for whatever reason, and I'm not playing, and I actually see somebody putting in big numbers and big numbers translating into wins. Okay, this is the kind of help I'm talking about. This kind of need. Because at the first, we all saw winning time. We all know the story about the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Kareem was the man, and then Magic Johnson then became the man later, and then it was like a passing of the torch. But Kareem was still effective.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Still very complimentary. If we're talking about complimentary, and if my second player is getting 28 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists
consistently,
yeah, and he's gonna have to worry about like the taking, because when you look at AD, we especially in this game, we gave up a 22. No, we didn't give up a 22 point lead. We were up by 22,
mm-hmm.
but we all of a sudden went down like 15.
Yep.
Call a timeout. What happened? They go ahead and put LeBron and AD in pick and roll situations. If you guys are paying attention to the stats, AD is one of the leading people in the league that is actually getting his points off of pick and roll situations.
Mm-hmm.
So now what happened, going back to what you were saying about buying in, if Westbrook is buying in to the 6-man role, remember AD has been crying for the past 3 years, I don't want to play center, I want to play center. All of a sudden now he's his ass in the paint.
Yep.
Now he's in the paint, and we're like, guess what happens when you're in the paint?
He dominated.
This is what happens when you're in the paint.
Yep.
Not when you shooting out there, being out there trying to be a stretch 4. When you're in the paint, you get 55 points. You get easier baskets. You get just stuff that you don't have to worry about all the hustle and bustle when you're trying to be a 4 and trying to then be a Kevin Durant. You ain't got to do that. You got guard skills at a center position. You're a unicorn. Use that. And this is what's happening, and you see everyone's buying in. Look, man, everyone, like you said, Mike, everybody's doing their role. Lonnie Walker is now stepping up.
Kicking it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got it's like now it start. Do you see
and they're having fun. They're having fun again. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I'm loving it. We Clubhouse. We know you're there. Blink your mic if you have something that you want to add to this conversation. We're calling you. Look, we got to talk about Lonnie Walker too.
Yeah,
because Lonnie Walker is doing his role. I love there was an article about how he said that he did not want this to be a 1-year contract.
Yeah, he wants to stay.
He wants to be, he's thinking 5-year long term. He wanted to be, his first goal was to be in the starting lineup. He was able to cover that. I love the chemistry that we've had in such short time, and everybody's buying into their particular roles. And I think that's the main reason why we're winning, because it becomes easy to feed AD. You know what I mean? If everybody understands that that's the play and that's the move, we also know that if he's double teaming and get into it, everybody knows what else to do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, look, I'm actually feeling like we're a playoff team.
Well, if we keep playing like this, we're more than a playoff team. But, there's one stat that came out, and I want to say it's in the game we played against Milwaukee, which is just an amazing, amazing game, guys. And that was 0-0. LeBron, Westbrook, 0 turnovers, 0 turnovers. Guys, last year, the unforced turnovers just by Westbrook were horrid.
Yeah.
Horrendous. Cost us many a games, cost the team momentum. The fact that was a 0-0 game, and you don't like zeros often, but there you do.
Yeah,
you do. I don't even know what to attribute that to. Or what that change is from. You can see chemistry, that they're playing with each other better, but I just think it's focus. I think it's energy, and I'm going to give it to Ham. I'm going to give it to Darvin Ham. You were calling for Westbrook to come off the bench for a long time.
I called him to come off the bench when when he came on as a team.
Yeah,
before
day
they
one.
played one game.
Day one, and it's made a difference.
Right.
It's made a difference.
Mhm.
You liked what Darvin Ham had to say about Westbrook in his original press conference. You felt that was strong, that he was coming in with a plan for Westbrook. It would appear that plan is now taking place and it's paying dividends, guys. It's paying dividends.
I mean, you see, one thing I can say when you look at just the coaching change from Vogel to Ham, we're talking about a strong personality. It feels like, I hate to put it in these terms, but Vogel could be punked into situations he doesn't really feel confident in himself.
Mhm.
You're not going to punk Darvin Ham. It doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Yep.
So if you want to bring it down to the level where you feel that you're going to man up and just kind of bristle up on him, like, it's not going to work. That's not going to work. He's not intimidated by you. Your size, I mean, come on, Darvin Ham like 6'9". You're not going to intimidate Darvin Ham. So that is out the way.
Yep.
So now listen to what I have to say to you. Take this instruction, see if it works.
Player coach.
Yeah, see if it works.
He was
you see it works? Now let's start buying in. You see what I'm talking about, right? We're gonna go ahead and we have a rapport. We're now talking like you said, a player coach. Like, I understand you because I was you before. So now let's go ahead and let's do it this way.
You know what's interesting about it, man? I don't know if you watch the sideline. Just watch the sideline. Like that dude, they come up to Darvin Ham, they doing little handshakes, all this stuff.
Yeah,
like
he's a player. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like literally, like they walk.
I'd say he's the sixth man, but Westbrook took that role, so he's the seventh.
But literally, like they're walking up to him and they're doing the same, like, you know, the half hug. You know what I mean? When they come out the game,
right,
or at the end of the game, like I'm like
Ham crashed their post game interviews,
right?
Just like a player.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he literally is
They're having
like
fun.
Like you know that he's a coach, but he, like you said, he looks like he's actually out there playing the game.
Yeah.
And so it definitely, you know, it was, for me, I love seeing that because you know that they have a certain chemistry. And that's key. Now, the only thing, let me ask you guys this. The only thing that's maybe concerning is because we are peaking right now. You know,
we don't know that.
Are we peaking a little early?
We don't know that.
Do you think?
We don't know that.
I'm just throwing it out
Okay,
there.
so let's talk about it. So if we're saying that we peaked too early, okay, so what aspect of our game is
not
that
sustainable?
you feel that? Yeah, exactly.
What aspect is the sustainable? Obviously, you know, AD will come a little bit back down to earth here and there, but he can sustain this because nobody has an answer for AD. When AD's playing AD's game like this, nobody has an answer, and he's not playing above and beyond his talent skill. This is what everybody knew AD can do. They've seen him do it before in spurts, maybe not in this straight pattern of games so strong, but they've seen him do it. So it is sustainable. And then, you know, we'd be remiss if we didn't bring up the fact that whoa, are the Lakers lucky that the Western Conference this year has been flipped upside down.
Yeah.
And what everyone thought was going to happen didn't happen. Golden State is not performing like they're supposed to. The Clippers have had injuries and they're just the Clippers. You know, no team on the West is dominating. You know, we talked about it before, you know, we went on the air that there's really only one team in the league right now that is dominating, that everyone goes, uh-oh. And of course, that's Boston. They're playing well. They're a well-oiled machine, no question. Tatum's playing great. He always does, right? They still got to get out of the East, but if they continue what they're doing, they probably will. But will they, you know, make it? Depends who they come up against. But that Lakers-Boston game will be fun.
Oh yeah,
you know, that first Lakers Boston game will be very interesting to see, guys. But I'd like to see, you know, AD against Embiid, which is coming up here soon. I'd like to see him against Ayton again, like our boy Patrick John says, against the Suns. I'd like to see that rematch again.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, see and watch AD take this personally.
Right.
You know, and say no. The camera should be on me.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
I'm that guy.
I've been that person. Everyone's kind of like threw dirt on my name. It's almost feel like, you know, if you know, everybody remember when Baby came into the Breakfast Club, and he's like, you know, it started with the whole put some respect on my name. Like literally, it's almost like like that AD is doing that. Like put some respect on my name for real right now, because this isn't like a Disney, like you said before. This is beyond Bubble AD.
Oh yeah,
Bubble AD was like, I recognize that LeBron's the man. And so now I still have to, I don't want to overstep my bounds. I want to go ahead and still be complimentary, but I'm not trying to be combustible. Now the dude is like, it's my team. Put me on your back. I'm going to put you, LeBron, on my back. I'm going to carry you. I'm going to carry everybody here. 55 points and 17 rebounds. Like, literally, they said that no one has had in the history of the league. Now, I know stats can be inflated and all and convoluted and all that stuff. So,
but still,
they say numbers don't lie, but you can tell the story with numbers. Anyway, he had 99 points in last 2 games combined, 99 points, 27 rebounds, like 6 blocks. And supposedly no one in the league history has ever had a 2 games like that back to back. Even when Chamberlain was averaging 50 points a game, he never had a 55 point, 44 point back to back at any point in his Laker career or in his career period, because that's obviously we're talking about the league history. So like you said, what are we looking at right now? We are definitely looking at the torch being passed. And at the same time, we're actually seeing somebody that first time that I've seen want to be that guy. He wants to be. He understands what the magnitude is. He's wants to be. So it's like you got a
taste of blood. He likes it. Yeah,
dude.
He likes it.
And he's getting easy shots. These are not laborious shots. I mean, like I said, in pick and roll situations, he's getting so much money that he's making on that pick and roll. And not to mention, like I said, when Westbrook gets hit, all he's doing is looking for AD. So he's saying, like, all I got to do is look for AD. And I'm good. Nobody's messing with me. Cool. I got 15 assists. 10 go to one dude. Bro, that's easy money.
Look, I'm loving the Westbrook effort, man. Like, what was it? When this game, a couple of games ago, it was close. He dove for the ball.
Yep.
Like,
play the game.
Yes.
Play the game.
Yes, Westbrook. I'm loving what you're doing. You bought into this, and you act like you want to be there, because I was nervous.
Communicating with the fans, dancing with the fans, hit 2 buzzer beaters back to back.
Yeah.
In one game.
Yeah.
2 buzzer beaters. And he's having fun. Maybe that has a lot to do with it. Maybe that was the spark, was Westbrook being willing to buy into that 6-man role.
Look, and I love that, because remember, I was really worried about that press conference when they asked him, they tried to trade you all season, and you're here, and he came in like, I'm just going to do my job. That really, really worried and concerned me at the beginning of the season, because, it's one thing to say, look, I'm just going to come and do my job so I don't get in trouble.
Yep.
There's another one to actually try to be impacting the game.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that he's trying to be impacting the game.
Yeah. No, the way they're playing, guys, this is really fun. We've got a lot more to talk about, everybody. We're going to take a really quick break, support our sponsors. They make this all possible. You're watching the Profanity Nation, or you're listening to the Profanity Nation. We're live on Clubhouse in the Los Angeles Lakers fan club room.
Blink your mic if you
blink your mic. We're going to go back to Clubhouse when we get back here. Don't go anywhere. The Profanity Nation podcast on Infinity Studio streaming channel. We'll be right back.
All right.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Hi, I'm Renee Starms of the Starms Agency. Do you know why 97% of startups fail? It's because they don't have the proper exposure. So for the first time ever, Infinity Studios and the Starms Agency have come together to provide you with the Little Guys Big Marketing Package. Now, this is for local Los Angeles businesses who are ready to launch, relaunch, or simply expose their business to grow. With this package, you're going to receive 6 months of online and offline marketing tactics in a customized plan for your business. You're also going to get a professional TV quality commercial filmed in an 1,800 square foot studio with multiple screening options. So if you're ready to grow, go ahead and click that link. We also have financing available. I'm looking forward to chat with you. Click the link and let's go.
Be sure to visit the Pure Life Alternative Wellness Center for all your 420 needs. They have everything from Baby Jeters to Stizzy cartridges, fuzzies, pre-rolls, great deals on eighths, Raw Garden diamonds. They have your gear. They have Papa and Barkley relief patches. After a hard workout, you need those CBDs. You know that. They have plenty of edibles to choose from. Be sure to hit up the Pure Life Alternative Wellness Center.
All right, we're back. The Profanity Nation podcast. We are going to go. We have someone in the clubhouse who wants to talk.
Yeah, Crispy, man. I saw you blink your mic before we went on break, man. Let's hear what you got to say.
Guys, thanks for having us again. Yeah, when I think about this, this 8-2 over the last 10 games run that we've been on, like huge contributions that, towards that has been, we've been shooting 39% from three, which is a huge boost for us because we started the league so horrible. Also, you guys mentioned it, Russ, he's embracing that role coming off the bench. I had said it earlier tonight in one of our game rooms. If you pay me $47 million, I'm not coming off the bench. Like, it's just point blank, period. But shout out to Russ and the Lakers, man. They doing their thing right now, and I'm excited. It's a good time to be a Laker fan.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's fun to be a Laker fan again.
All right, Chris, I gotta ask you, man. So I'm paying you $47 million, and you ain't coming out. You're not coming off the bench. I mean, why do you?
I'll do whatever they
Let me
ask.
explain something. Let me explain something to you real quickly. Rather you play 42 minutes or 5, you still paying the 47 million, right? If you pay 5 minutes, you have less chance of getting hurt. I'm just saying. So you ain't coming off the bench, Crispy, for $47 million?
Nah, man, I need to start.
Why?
But,
You making
my-
$47 million. You doing less work. That's stay bad.
Hey, I mean, if you love the game, I mean, I love basketball.
I love the
And
money.
I know my mentality is set up different.
Look,
So I'm gonna go out there and try to perform at a peak level every night.
Okay,
I'm gonna work. I'm gonna make my $47 million.
all right, buddy.
you
Buddy.
making it. That's my point,
buddy,
though, dog.
buddy, you can't wear a shirt and say heart over talent,
Okay.
and then say I'm making $47 million,
I don't care if I play.
and
or
I
not.
don't care if I pay for get play because
Look.
that person I don't want him nowhere
No,
near
no, no.
my team.
Here's the thing.
Nowhere.
No,
near
here's
my
the
team.
thing. Listen, dog. If I sign this contract, I'm gonna do whatever you ask of me. Okay. Now, when you put me in the game, them 5 minutes, I'm busting my
See,
ass.
but it's not that
right?
situation. It's not the 5 minutes because he's still getting his minutes. They're just
Yeah.
coming at different times.
Right.
So that's the only thing.
Yeah, so because to me, it's an ego thing, and I think you don't, for you to say that I have to start because of the money I'm making. If that's not the best role for me, and the best role is for me to come off the bench, and then I possibly could get a ring, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I mean,
Success is the
success
defining factor.
is the key. Like, look, John
Yeah.
Sadler was funny. He never made this amount of money. He said, look, he told Phil, say, hey, man, my job's over here and to make sure Bynum was good. I'm playing every other game. You know what I mean? I don't want that from Westbrook at all. But at the same time, we have to, if whatever the role is, and I'm still getting paid the same, I'm going to play that role. For me, it's not, I don't have to start.
So remember that there was like that. There's Allen Iverson had 2 legendary press conferences, right? We all know about practice. We know about that one. And then he's like, one day they asked him, because he was hurt, would you come off the bench? And he's like, I never seen an MVP come off the bench. I never seen a 6-time All-Star come off. I never seen a scorer. He started running down his accolades and saying, I ain't never seen this person come off the bench. And so what I'm saying is, ego is attached to all that. First of all, to get $47 million, you got to be a bad person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So your ego is already attached to all of it because in order for you to get that you can't be that contract. You can't be a
You're
reluctant
not soft.
superstar. You can't be that person. So you're not going to be just put me in, coach, wherever you need me. Like, I'm an alpha. That's who I am. So you're taking an alpha mentality and now making him go there because he literally was bucking against anybody that even suggested that he had to go. Darvin Ham made him buy into that. And
So-
that's what I'm saying.
so why-
Initially, he's not doing
You know what?
that.
I have a question
But-
for Crispy, though. Crispy, I know you're still there. Now that you can see the success that the Lakers are having by moving Westbrook to the bench, Isn't that the most important factor? And if you look and you see how happy Westbrook is now, how the fans are embracing Westbrook now, isn't that worth moving to the bench just for that success and him having that kind of fun?
Oh, Jeff, most definitely. You know, I couldn't agree with you more on that, and that's exactly why I'm a fan.
Right.
I mean,
But yeah, I mean,
go ahead, Christian.
oh, go ahead.
Well, let me piggyback on top of that. Wouldn't my mentality be like, you know what? If they can put me on the bench, I'm gonna be 6th man of the year.
Be the best bench player you could be.
Right.
That's it. That's where that ego comes in.
Right.
And you don't let it defeat you. Right.
Right.
Now, ego, like you said, ego is a finicky beast.
Right.
And it can help or it can hurt you. You know, it has both sides. It's a yin and a yang there. But you know, Westbrook, he's used it to energize his game, and he's finally getting the love from his hometown fans.
Nobody's calling him Westbrook.
Nope, not anymore.
Right. His son is not getting bullied this year.
But why is no one calling him Westbrook? Because the shots that he making is not making and breaking us to win or lose games. Now he had a couple of shots right at the end where he was in the fourth quarter and he missed some, and then we lost the game best because he missed a shot. However, we're not looking at his missed layups. We're not looking at some of the turnovers he had tonight. Like we're not looking at all. He's not under the microscope because AD's here to take over the slack. Like when AD went down, Westbrook was thrust into the second row. He had the second play role. Like he was number 2 guy.
Yeah.
And he's like at this point in his career, he's good. He's just not built for the consistent 20, 10, and 2 turnovers. And like maybe 6 assists. Like he's 6 rebounds. Like he's not. That's not his role anymore. He can't do that. However, like you said, he only had 6 points tonight. He had 15 assists, and he had a few rebounds. Like
he affected the game.
Affected the game, and I'm just saying right now we're seeing a lot of these Lakers getting shined and getting buying in. I like Dennis Schroeder is actually coming in and giving us some good minutes. Thomas Bryant is coming back.
Thomas Bryant's playing great.
Giving us some good minutes. It's just like now you're starting to see like this cohesion, which reminds me, which goes to, I don't know if you're going to do this out of bounds, but the Westbrook trade, right? Everybody wanted to trade Westbrook.
Oh, they were screaming.
We got so many trades for Westbrook that we can shake a stick at. Do we make that trade now?
Oh, no. No. How quick the tables have turned. No, because Westbrook has proven that he can now fit in with his squad and in with his team and be effective. That wasn't even a question before. It was unimaginable before. So, you know, we've seen it, and now we're believers. So now if something changes, you know, you can't, he solidified, you know, his position as a Laker now. Laker fans are true. They're not homers. You know, you play with your heart, you play hard. They're going to support you.
Yeah.
They're going to love you.
Yeah.
They're going to treat you good.
Right.
If you don't, they'll see it.
Right.
You can't hide that under the lights.
No.
If you're not into it, if you're not focused, you can't hide that.
Right.
Laker fans will call you out. They don't care who you are, where you came from, or where you were born. They will call you out. Yeah. And just as quick, if you start showing that heart, they will embrace you.
Yep.
So he's getting that love. I think Laker fans would riot right now if all of a sudden something changed. So when we're talking about now, you know, trades, you know, now the word on the street is, well, now it's a Patrick Beverley and Nunn are who's on the block, and, you know, see what they can get for them. And now you're just talking about adding maybe a 3-and-D player or a complementary player.
Right.
You're not talking about wholesale changes to the team anymore. So, you know, how quickly the narrative changes, which is absolutely amazing. And again, I will say this because we're honest here, give that credit to Pelinka for not panicking. You know, a relatively unexperienced GM under the biggest pressure that he's ever had in his career to perform and show some results. And he stand pat, you know, stat pat. He stood pat. He stood pat. He did not chance a terrible trade. He made it happen. Need to trade Kendrick Nunn or keep team as is. Yeah, I agree, Demetrius.
Well, you know what's funny about that though. I gotta call you out a little bit, Jeff, because about a month and a half ago, you was out for Palika here,
You're absolutely right.
and now you're complimenting me.
I'm honest.
So-
I'm honest.
so-
You're absolutely. I'm saying that sometimes the best moves are the moves you don't make.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously, had he traded Westbrook for anyone out there in the deals that were there, we would have never known because
Right.
this hadn't transpired at that point. Now,
I mean, cause we had what Buddy Hill, kind of was
yeah,
advertising his own
yeah,
self.
Miles Turner, I
Miles
believe.
Turner,
So yeah,
both.
Miles Turner.
Yeah.
But at that point, and I'll say Darvin Ham is saving Palinka's ass.
Yeah.
Because he's the one making it happen. He's the one making it work. He's the one getting this team to buy in. But you also have to give that credit to Palinka because he hired him. He hired Darvin Ham and put him in that position.
Yeah.
So, and at this point, I mean, I don't think we've ever seen a turnaround quite like this, where you start off so horrible
Yeah.
and then turn it around and become so dominant.
Yes.
Without a major trade, without any trades, really, just with the team you had. I don't know what was the switch, what turned the lights on. It really did.
LeBron got hurt.
It did seem to correspond with LeBron's injury, which
And
to be honest with you, doesn't seem like it isn't far fetched. And it's not because LeBron, wasn't hurting the team. That's not it. But what it did was it took the spotlight off of LeBron. And we know, being Laker fans, that when you have a Kobe, when you have a LeBron, other players tend to watch just like the fans do. The movement slows down when Braun gets the ball. When Kobe had the ball, there wasn't as many cuts or dives to the basket anymore because they more players just tend to watch. And that's what was happening a lot when LeBron would get the ball. All of a sudden, the movement would slow down. Well, he went out. They had to move. They got success. Now he comes back. And he's got to be chiming on them in the background and saying, keep it up, guys. Don't change it for me, because he wants to win. And he knows he can't hold a team like he used to.
Well,
Right.
the benefit for LeBron is if this is going on, then he
Can
don't
extend
have
his career,
to,
too.
try to take over a game, which we know we're not known to do anyway.
Mhm.
But obviously that then it allows him to kind of be on cruise control and kind of
Mhm.
want to step it up when he can. They don't have to step it up every night.
Yeah. It's
can
like
pace himself.
like we're like, what is it, year 20? It's like something like that,
Mhm.
19 or whatever.
Another one.
Like you don't have to be the closer at year 20, bro. Like it's okay. Like it's really okay for you not to be the closer at year 20. No one expects anybody to be the closer at year 15. You're at year 20. No, man, you got a dude that's here ready to go, or just all he's ready to prove. Because remember, let's not act like we didn't hear the stupid narrative. And if you guys are on social media, especially Twitter, the stupid narrative like the Pelicans won the trade.
Oh yeah.
They were
Yeah.
literally telling us, they were
yeah.
really trying to convince us
Yeah.
that the Pelicans
despite
won
the
trade.
title. Despite
Despite the title, that's bubble.
Yeah,
That's a bubble
yeah,
title.
yeah.
But look at him now. He's not hurt. He's always hurt. He's never going to play.
Mhm.
However, we got Zion. We got Brandon Ingram. We got this. We good.
Where you now?
Now look at it.
Yeah.
Because I ain't nobody on that team getting 55 points and 17 rebounds.
No.
And
no.
40 points.
And nobody's
And then-
going to be on
Nobody's
that team.
going to do that.
No, nobody's going to do that on
They
that
would love
team,
to
guys.
go ahead and do
And
that.
you know what? I would say that if there's one thing that can solidify LeBron's legendary status, he's already there, we know that, but that can solidify it in the eyes of Lakers fans, someone like Mike, is him to continue playing the role he plays and he's playing, continue this year, continue next year and through his extension, continue playing that role and win another title. If you do that, that's more than carrying the team. That's more that to you, I think, would be more value. And I think that because when we said, oh, he's got to win all these rings in order to get his jersey retired, if he actually takes a slight step back like he has, allows AD to take the step up, that in itself, just the choice to do that is legendary status. That's a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson type thing.
Right.
That's okay, I've been there, I've done this. Now let's go do it this way, which is a different way than he's ever had to do it, but that I think would would pay dividends in someone like your eyes, who's been considered a LeBron hater?
Well, listen, no, I'm not a LeBron hater. I just point out the things that he's inefficient in at the time when it's happening. I do feel that if he plays the role that he's playing now, I'm happy with that because it allows AD to gain confidence and know that he's able to play this role and do this on a consistent basis. Because to me, that's what it's more about now. Like, definitely, I want to see AD get MVP Finals. You know what I'm saying? MVP of the finals when we get a ring.
Yep.
And if he plays a role into that, he can go and get his points where they're needed, and then it's the 1-2 punch with him just being the lead. And I think that's the perfect thing that could happen in this.
Yeah, it was funny because when the Lakers were up by 22 points to start the fourth quarter, and they kind of lost the lead, they were only up by 15
it's a game of
or
runs.
whatever.
It's a game of runs, guys. That's NBA.
But Darvin Ham's like, okay, enough of this. Throw in AD, brings him in. And you would think that they would just go and just dump it in AD, let him go ahead and go to work. They start running pick and roll. And what happened was I was noticing that they were not leaving off the roll man. LeBron was getting layups to the cup because they were scared to leave AD for dunks.
Yep.
And so LeBron is like, wait a minute, you giving me the layup? Different. That's a totally different thing that he's ever had to deal with in his career.
He's never seen that.
He's never seen somebody else have that gravitational pull where they're like now taking people away from him. And he's like, wait a minute, you gonna give me the layup? I'm taking the layup. So if he's now seeing how, that's what I'm saying, let the game be easier for you. You don't have to do dribble, look at my feet, step back three. You ain't gotta do that no more. You ain't gotta do your follow away.
He ain't gonna make it anyway.
But you ain't gotta do that. That's like him thinking like I gotta do that.
Right.
Just get yourself in pick and roll situation with AD and get you good looks. You can either stop and pop at the free throw line,
patient,
or you can be patient. You can let the game come to you now instead of you trying to force issues.
Yep.
You deserve that. You're 20 years in.
Yep.
You ain't got to go ahead and prove that to nobody. Stat pad, get your rings, go right off into the sunset.
Absolutely.
Look, I'm gonna tell you another.
And it will extend his career.
I want to bring.
So
I want to bring
play
up,
with Bronny.
I want to bring up something else
be effective.
that I saw today too, which really made me proud because I haven't seen this actually this year, didn't see it last year either really that much. Those Laker fans over there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm like they was over there.
I mean, we always travel well.
We always travel well, but they're coming back now and they're packing arenas, and we're selling out arenas back in the day, like we've always done historically, and it's happening again. I'm loving to see that. You know what I mean? Like they
getting the MVP chance,
man. Right? Like from visiting arenas, like this is the vibe, man, that I love to, when I watch a game and they're away, it's like every game is a home game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm loving that vibe and that chemistry. I just hope, like I said it earlier, that we're not peaking too fast where we're going to kind of flatline. We still got to work on our defense, though. But other than that, though, I think I'm loving everything.
Probably up for Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, definitely. He's.
Well.
I mean, if you really keep it in a buck, he can go most improved player. He can go Defensive Player of the Year and
MVP. He could
he won't get
give
MIP. He won't get Most Improved Player. No. But at the same time,
but Westbrook could get that.
Hold on though. But at the same time, and I'm gonna look in the camera and let y'all know right now. Y'all said he was number 20 in the world though. Y'all said that.
Keep that energy.
Number 20. Y'all said that. Number 20. ESPN said number 20. So when I'm looking at y'all online talking about, he top 5, he top 3. No. Y'all don't get to do that now.
Yep.
He top 20. So I want to see what you talking about, that we had this squad. Lakers had this squad. Lakers got 2 Hall of Fame players. No, y'all weren't calling him a Hall of Fame. Y'all were really trying to say that he won his first ballot. Mm-hmm. Like, so how fast, how fickle the narrative always go back and forth when you see the Lakers are involved. So no. You really disrespected that man and said he's the number 20th player in the world. What? 19 other players can do 55 for 17. 19 more people can do that. No.
Or go on the run that he's had over
the
last month.
No. No. So the fact that now he's supposedly getting his flowers, I don't want them flowers, man. And I hope he like, no.
Keep the chip on the shoulder.
I'm just gonna just blow y'all out. I'm gonna make y'all understand. I'm gonna take what's mine. And this is what's gonna happen right now because y'all gonna have to fear. Now the fear is back. There used to be parody accounts clowning the Lakers. Those same parody accounts are trying to give him accolades now because there's no reason to clown him anymore. You can't clown him.
No.
Because how do you clown somebody that's getting a run, like you said, his 9-game run, which is ridiculous?
Yeah.
Right?
Sustained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
This
not
isn't a
doing
fluke.
this. Embiid is not doing
No.
this.
No. Home games, road games, nothing matters right now. Nothing can stop the AD train right now.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, look, I'm happy in Clubhouse. You could get blink your mind if you want to, have a comment. But I'm happy. It's looking easy for AD right now, real easy. Like that 55 points today.
Nobody can match him.
He wasn't
9
tripping.
free throws.
Yeah, he wasn't
9
tripping.
free throws. He got 55 points. 9 free throws.
Yeah, and he wasn't tripping. It like they was like, oh, we about to defeat it. You go dunk it, and we good. So that's what I love. And if we could have this all year, we could be the number 1 seed.
Hey, dude. Hey,
If we have this all year, we don't need the number 1
if we're
seed.
number 4 seed, dude,
Yeah.
the number 1 seed, whoever that is,
Nobody wants to see. Look, if this is the team,
you better have Jokic.
if this is the team we get to,
you
nobody
don't have
wants to
Jokic,
face us.
I don't know what big man.
Nobody
either
wants to
gonna-
face
either
us.
gonna check.
Nobody wants to see
Yeah.
the Lakers
So,
right now.
and that's always been the case.
But again, what a turnaround, guys.
It is,
And
good-
how
good to see.
quick, I mean, it's obviously wonderful to see, but it's just like, wow, I don't recall a team that started so horribly, not just Laker teams, but any team that started so horribly was just so counted out in every possible narrative, every possible stat, every possible box score line, everything was counted out. And then just what a turnaround.
I think Stat said it like we were eliminated from the playoffs.
Dude,
like the first
remember
year.
what I mean? 0-2 Lakers were eliminated from the playoff.
Yeah.
0-2. They were throwing a meme out there like we were eliminated from the play because we're a joke now. We were a joke. Okay, we're not funny now.
Mm-mm.
We're not funny now
Mm-mm.
because at the end of the day, all people are doing is preying on an injury because they
Yes.
know if AD is fully healthy,
If we
and
keep this as it's
engaged,
going, there's no stopping. Okay, guys, we only have a few more minutes before we go to our final segment. But before we do, we talked briefly about the potential trade now that we're hearing, which is Patrick Beverly may be on the block and none. Yeah, keep building, Patrick Johns. I agree with you. Let's talk about building. I think we're all in agreement that probably a trade does still need to be made, right? Patrick Beverly is the worst shooting percentage in the league. But he's still that pest. He's still that defensive pest in there. Considering the recent success stat, do you make a trade or do you hold pat? Stand pat.
Okay, so this contrary to people think we need shooting, and I know we need shooting. So maybe you can find a Beverly first round pick for maybe a shooter, 3, like you said, 3 and D guy. I also want if there's a bona fide center that's available,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind going that route.
What about bringing the big boy up from South Bay?
Huff? Game's too fast for him.
Still too fast?
Yeah.
He's
game's-
playing. He's playing hard.
Listen. He is blocking everything down there, but that dude is too soft. Game's too fast for him. J Huff,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
It's
I mean,
like-
I don't know. I mean, Pat, you
No,
seen
I'm getting
you seen him
I'm
play.
getting DJ Banger vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like DJ, like he was good, and then like he had a couple of good games, and then DJ Banger was like tacos at that point.
yeah,
He was like he wasn't the
Yeah.
dude after one. He was like he was good, but he was not when he first burst on the scene. Like he fizzled out real quick. I wouldn't mind getting like a good center that is going to be able to help AD on the board.
I mean, right now you pull them up. I mean, they just opened a roster spot by waiving Matt Ryan, so they've got the open roster spot. Isn't that just calling him
And
up?
what's so crazy about that Matt Ryan is like he had that game winning shot.
That's scary.
Everybody was talking about.
You know what?
He was DoorDash and and I was like, and then we're like, oh, we waited that dude. We don't need that dude.
Demetrius, that's a scary one because I don't think you want to mess with the chemistry at this point. And DeMarcus Cousins is a chemistry major. He comes in there and he could really change things. I don't know that DeMarcus Cousins comes in there and plays ball under the Darvin Ham rule of thumb like the players are. And I think you want a more quiet chemistry guy, more quiet locker room guy.
But you know what? I mean, did you hear though that DeMarcus?
That's my opinion.
Did you? DeMarcus had asked like a GM or whatever. A story came out, and he had asked like, "What's going on? Like, why am I not in the league?"
Yeah, I heard that.
And they kind of told him like, "Yeah, it's kind of like your attitude. Like nobody kind of really want to deal with you." And he was surprised about it though. That's the funny part.
Well, see, finally, what's happened is
that's
his
funny
talent
part.
has receded to a point where his attitude now is the main factor.
Right.
Before, his talent superseded the attitude, so it was worth the risk. Now that's not the case anymore. So now he's seen and he's paying the price for having that attitude because the skills have diminished some. So while he can still play, my main concern is chemistry and locker room. So do you want that in there? Do because someone toxic in the locker room can destroy everything that you've got there. We don't need that right now.
But going back to what we were talking about with Darvin Ham and how intimidation doesn't work for him. Like you would fear, if you had a Rasheed Wallace and Rasheed Wallace would have like a Daryl Harris as a coach. He gonna eat Daryl Harris up. You know what I'm saying? But for some odd reason, like Rick Allen looked at him like, nah, bruh. Like that's not going down. Like, or Larry Brown, like, nah, bruh. I might be short, but I control this. I am the head coach. I am the one, right?
I've been there, done that.
And so now, if you did bring him, say you did bring him in with him, I don't see how. First of all, he's fallen from grace so far from where he was. He's already been with us and Golden State championship caliber teams
and
didn't rise to the occasion on that. And then if you're just going to have him as a role player on any team that doesn't have aspirations, I mean, what's the motivation for him now?
Yeah.
So he comes back here. If he does come back here, he knows for a fact that he's not going to get a guaranteed contract, and he's literally about to be shipped out, or not even shipped out, but waived or cut.
I'd almost rather them bring Howard back as opposed to Cousins.
Well, I don't know what happened between him and AD on the sideline. Hopefully they got past that. But that was a little like weird. But I mean, it could be because AD was street clothes to everybody else, right?
Yep.
Now when you come back to AD's team, you know where you eat.
Yeah. But it seems like they're doing pretty well with the Thomas Bryant if he can stay healthy. It seems like AD's embracing his role down deep a little bit better.
Yeah.
So maybe it's more the 3-and-D shooter type situation. We definitely need
shooting, man. We need shooting, dude.
But do we though? I mean, look, and look.
Yeah.
We
but is there even anyone out there? There's no former
look,
Kyle Korvers and JJ Redick's who are just knockdown bang bang shooters. There's just who's out there that's going to do that.
I kind of feel like, and I said in previous shows that we need to play to our strengths, right? And if we play to our strengths, if we don't have 3-point shooting, then let's not shoot 3
pounds of paint,
right? And it seemed like that's kind of what we've been doing. And
make the other teams adjust to you. Don't adjust to them.
Because look, we've been scoring 120 points.
We're one of the top.
You know what I mean? So all of a sudden, when we play our game, customized to us and not to what the league is, and we've been just fine.
Yes.
I don't understand why we have to go and we need a 3-point, specialist. Because if that's not our game, let's play to our strengths. I think we'll be good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, our pedigree as being just Lakers and our legacy is always about feeding the big man and going to work in the post. Like
it's
we've
worked.
done
It's
that,
always
and
worked.
It's always worked.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter what the hell is going around it. If we still have the most dominant big man, we've always put up.
We always
banners on
succeed.
the board.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. We're getting towards the end of the show. And as you know, we always finish the show here with a segment we call Money Mike's Out of Bounds. Money Mike over here, he's going to share his thoughts or opinions on a topic. And it's real easy. Y'all just need to let us know, are his thoughts in bounds or out of bounds? And Clubhouse, you guys are definitely involved with this. So go ahead and raise your hand, shake the mic. Let us know. Money Mike, you've got the mic.
Yeah, so this is real simple. We kind of touched on it, but I want to make sure that we had this clear. I think that Westbrook is untradeable. I mean, should not be on anybody's trade block at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I say keep him for the full season. Am I out of bounds to say there's no reason in the world why we would trade Westbrook? Am I out of bounds? I said we keep him.
I'll start. No, you're in bounds. You're in bounds. So obviously with the recent play, with the chemistry that's coming along with Coach Darvin Ham's strategy there. No, I think it would be ridiculous to trade him at this point. It would be such a late whistle to react to at this point to how the season started. It would be suicidal. So no, you're inbounds.
Pat?
Oh no, I mean 100% inbounds, and then just like you said, suicidal is a great word, because it's like cutting off your nose by your face. Like, right, like what are you doing here? Like, you finally are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're starting to finally get some camaraderie, some chemistry built with this team, and then you're gonna upset it by then inserting new people that don't know the system, don't know anything like that, don't know the culture, and then we just will based upon
Patrick says you're inbound.
Basically we're talking about like, so what we need to do is, if we have been playing this game of poker, and I'm saying this as a Laker organization,
Demetrius says inbounds too.
Then
I love it.
We need to basically stand pat and ride this out and wait for the right trade. Don't react and then start trading people just because trade. Don't give up draft picks. Don't do anything.
Yeah,
you're 100% in bounds.
All right, great. Hey, Mikey, I saw you blink your mic. What do you think?
Yo,
Mikey, am I inbounds?
What's going on? How you doing?
What up, bro? I was at that game in Milwaukee this couple days ago.
Hey,
I went out there to fuck with Brian.
Okay.
And that was like one of the best games this year.
Yes, sir.
It was back and forth. And I even said that this game would like single-handedly judge what the season is going to be. Because, you're playing against one of the best teams, and it's like you put on Front Street, you gotta perform.
Yep.
And the way they performed against them,
thanks, Patrick. And
just watching them perform, even like the last 6-7 games, you can just see is a difference. AD starting to, getting his niche, and everybody else falling into place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Russ too.
Would you trade Russ at this point?
I think that's just a big part of what's going on. Even amongst like trade rumors and shit like that? Because I know everybody heard about the, DeMar DeRozan and Nukovic and shit like that for Westbrook or Pat Bev or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I say if that trade is out there, they might do that. But other than that, I don't see them making no other trade just to mess up the chemistry that they already got rolling.
So
I agree with you guys when you guys said I don't think nobody want to play them right now.
No.
Because even when they played the Suns without LeBron, they only lost by 5.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
So that just let you know LeBron would have played, we would have won that game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the way they playing right now is nobody wants to see us, and they're starting to hit shots. And I told everybody in the beginning of the season just to be patient because, at the end of the day, this is not NBA 2K, the video game where you just cut it on and start killing with everybody. It takes time to build chemistry. They had a new system over there, new coach, new players. And this is the first time they were all healthy to get on one accord. So, it just takes time. You ain't going to see them just starting off hot like Boston or Milwaukee, teams that's been together for, the past 5 years, 6 years. And all they had to do was add one or two pieces just to fit in over there to what they already had going on.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't.
This is like a total
a plug and play situation, Mikey. So
what I mean? Just getting that system right.
We're gonna
I like
call
what
that.
I'm seeing though, and I'm gonna go out on a limb. I think they're not gonna lose no games on this road trip.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like that.
I love that.
I'm telling you, they're gonna make a stance. They're gonna make a stance and watch all these commentators tomorrow on these morning shows. I guarantee they're gonna all eat their words. A lot of them was like, "Oh, should we trade KD, AD? Should we trade the Anthony Davis? Should we trade LeBron?" Yeah, all of that. Now it's gonna be a lot of AD riding in the morning.
Oh yeah,
because he just put up a crazy weekend, 44, outdueled Giannis. And then, because he actually got his lick back from last year, because remember when Giannis dominated him and made him look like a little dude last year in the game. So he got his revenge back. And then for him to put up 55 and dominate Kristaps and the Wizards and get their lick back for, I think, what the Wizards, beat them earlier this year.
Yeah. Hey, so
and he got his lick back. And it was like a total, if you seen the look on the Wizards' faces tonight, they were like, this is a total different team than the team we beat the shit out of
exactly.
a few weeks ago.
A different squad,
Yeah,
exactly.
right. Yeah.
Different squad completely.
Hey,
So we're going to take that as an
inbounds.
inbounds.
You know
we're going to take that as an inbounds, Mikey.
Hey, we appreciate your participation, your input.
Absolutely,
man. That's amazing. We're at the end of the show.
Yep.
I'm gonna go, Crispy, right quick. Tell me yes or no on my inbounds, because I love to hear from you. Right quick, yes or no, Crispy, real quick.
Definitely in bounce money, Mike.
I appreciate you.
Russ averaging 15 points a game off the bench. He embraced that role and bounce.
Cool. Peace.
Awesome.
Peace.
All right, Demetrius, you're going to bring it home for us. He'll be at the game Lakers versus Celtics on December 15th. Big game. December 13th, forgive me. So you're going to bring it home for us. You're going to bring home the win. We love it. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking around. We ran a couple minutes late, but hey, we got a lot to talk about here. So you, as always, you're watching.
This was a great Lakers show today.
This was fun, finally, again.
Yeah, right?
So you guys watching the Profanity Nation podcast.
Hey, Drea.
Andrea. Only here on the Infinity Studios streaming channel. That's right, YouTube Infinity Studios streaming channel. Log on now if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button. Infinity Studios streaming channel. Go to the Los Angeles Lakers fan club on Clubhouse. That's the place to be for pre-game, post-game, and even during game parties. You can chat real time. Crispy's running that. He does an incredible job. Thank you, Crispy, so much for reaching out tonight, getting us back on there. We love it. To everybody out there, we'll be back next week, and we'll talk more. We'll see what these Lakers do. Until then, hold tight, stay firm, and let's go Lakers.
Go Lakers.
Have a good one.